Hey everyone, Bill and Carrie with KB Trips.
Hello.
Where are we at, huh? What are we doing?
We are on the Disney Wonder, and we are about ready to do a wine tasting.
Wine tasting. This is our 4th tasting in the Cadillac Lounge on this trip.
So, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna have a challenge for you. It's gonna be a blind tasting. I don't know if you ever did something like that before. Not really? Or maybe you've heard about Master Somalia exam. You heard about that one? They say it's the hardest exam in the world. You know why is that? Well, actually, the hardest part is the blind tasting. It looks exactly like this. So they will give them a glass of wine, then they ask them, what is the wine, where is it from, what is the grape variety, the year of the harvest, all of this thing, yeah? So, and if you don't know it, well, you fail. So this, you know. Tricky part is, the only way to prepare for it is to drink a lot of wine. So I hope you've been preparing. You can tell your kids here, you need to study tonight.
These are the wines we sampled. This was actually a blind taste testing, so they covered all these wines before we sampled them, so we kind of come up here ahead of time and see what they were. No wonder Carrie and I enjoyed the first one here. This is actually our wedding wine. This is the wine we had, we were married at Disney, and this is the wine, or similar to the wine that we had for our wedding night at California Grill. And we got out of our wine tasting.
Yes, we did.
It was wonderful.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Was that a stretch?
Oh my goodness, that was a little bit of a stretch.
Just a hair.
There.
Just a hair.
You just towed that line, just a touch.
Anyway, how was it?
It was good. It was good. I will start by saying neither of us are really big on wine. It was for us. It was just something else to do, something new to try. We've never done a wine tasting before on any of our cruises. So this was completely new to us.
Okay.
So you might get some very inexperienced views on wine here.
But let's go for it.
Yeah. First up was...
Oh, first to say this was a blind taste test.
It was a blind taste test.
They didn't tell us ahead of time. They covered the wines, so we didn't know what we're getting into until after we were sampling. So, what was up first?
So first up was a white wine. It turned out to be a Selbach Oster Riesling, which that wine actually holds a special meaning to Bill and I.
Yes, it does.
It was the first bottle of wine we had on our very first Disney trip. It was a sommelier recommended it at our dinner at California Grill. It wound up becoming the wine we drank at our wedding when we were married at Disney, and we had our wedding night dinner at California Grill as well. And we try. It's very hard for us to find in Minnesota. We know of one liquor store that sells it, and it's not too close to us. But
we're
so
fond of the wine.
Yes, yes. So, but I had to give a little exposition there. It's a very special wine for us.
And then the rest just went downhill from there.
It just went down there for right.
But the second one was?
The second one was another white. It was a Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. This one was, it was, again, I prefer a sweeter wine, so this was a little more on the dry side for me, but I still thought it was good. What about you?
Yeah, everything went downhill after the... Yeah, it was drier, as I said, more acidy, so that's why it gets more drier type of thing. So we learned that's what causes things to be drier. But then the third one?
Third wine was a Chardonnay out of France. And I was very surprised because I normally do not like Chardonnay. I actually preferred this one to the second wine. I thought it was pretty good. What about you?
Stop asking me these things.
It all went downhill after the Riesling.
It was wine. It was dry. I don't know. Yeah, again, it was even more dry than the first one. And I don't know.
That's all Bill can say about that.
So we had 3 white wines.
3 white wines.
And now we have red wines.
3 red wines.
And the first one, the red.
3 red wines.
3 red wines.
3 red wines.
We're feeling the red wines right now. Really. We're gonna go rabbit hunting next. What was our first white wine? Oh, first red wine.
Our first red wine.
Wrong property.
Our first red wine was a Pinot Noir.
No, you have to say right. Pinot Noir.
Sure. Again, stating that I am not a fan of red wines. It was very dry.
What?
it was okay. That's kind of all I can say about that one. How did you feel about the Pinot Noir? It all went downhill after the Riesling.
But it was Pinot-tastic.
Okay, here we go. That works.
All right.
Bill was just there to drink. He didn't even care what was going down his throat.
Just put it in front of me.
Just as long as it was alcohol.
Put it in front of me and it goes
It's
down like a spoonful of sugar.
Okay, wine number 5 was a Chianti. And how did you feel about the Chianti?
I think it went well with a liver and a side of fava beans.
Yes, which they apparently served aside with it. Anyway, it was it was a red wine. It was a dry wine. It wasn't my thing, but I still drank it.
Yeah.
Clearly, you could tell we did drinking because of how we're acting during this video.
What?
And finally, wine number 6 was
We had a 6th wine? I only
we-
remember 3.
Yeah, anyway, a 6th wine. Number 6 was a Cabernet. It was actually a Robert Mondavi Cabernet. That one was really, 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 really dry.
Yeah, really dry.
Yeah.
Smooth.
But if you like Cabernet, which the guy we were sitting with for the wines, he was telling us how Cabernets are his favorite wines, and he thought it was a fantastic one. So we should have pulled him in here to give you some
there you go.
expert opinion on the red wines. Besides us just saying it was dry, we weren't fans.
Well, something I learned about was, again, this is an educational thing, but something I learned about was that the reason why they have dry wines is because they go with your meal. You don't want a sugary or sweet tasting wine with your meal, with your steak or your fish or whatever. You want a drier thing so that offsets the food better. So that explains why there's so many dry wines out there.
Yeah.
We like more of our sweeter wines for
Yeah.
like more recreational drinking.
Yeah.
Or dessert type things after the meal. So
Yes.
but that's us. Now that we're educated on that stuff, we're learning. So,
Yes.
but well, did you enjoy it?
I did. We also got a little pin too. We are now wine experts,
Ooh,
but not really.
No, no.
But we got a pin.
Expert? No.
No. The one thing actually was interesting that he did say is that part of the reason why he did a blind taste testing was to kind of mimic a sommelier exam, because he said that's actually how you become a sommelier, is you have to do a blind taste test, and you have to know the wine, the vintage, like you have to know everything, and if you don't know, like you fail. So that's why they're the experts.
Yes. So we trust
Yeah.
the sommeliers. That word. Anyway, details on this.
Details on this, it cost money. I don't know how much. I think it was $45 a person, maybe
Sounds
50.
right. 45 or 50.
Yeah, something like that.
By the time you see this, it'll probably go up anyway. But
Yeah, right,
that's
right.
inflation and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll be doing it again.
We had a good time, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Drinking is fun.
This has completely gone off the rails. Which, what happened
Come watch Drunk Bill and Carrie next time.
on KV Treks. Speaking of which, thank you for joining us. I'm Bill.
Carrie.
You've been watching KV Treks. Please do us a favor. Like, share, and subscribe so we know we're out there and help the channel grow. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers. But until next time, good luck and have fun.
See ya.
To the bar.
Time to take a nap.